How to create a value stream map. Here are 7 steps for creating a value stream map. First, determine what you will map: product, service, some other process. Second, draw the process flow. Use Post-its for the on-the-wall version, or use a software like PowerPoint or Visio to do it online. Step 3, add the material flow to the diagram. Step 4, add the information flow to the diagram. Step 5, collect process data and add it to the process boxes. Step 6, add process and lead time data to the chart. And Step 7, verify the map with process experts. There are 7 basic steps involved with creating a value stream map. First, you have to determine what you will map. These maps can be created for a single process, the value stream within a department, workplace, or site, or the value stream of an entire organization. For practice, consider drawing a map for the value stream you know the best. Once you have determined what will be mapped, you could begin to create the map itself. Again, use Post-its to map the basic process flow of a product or service through your facility. After you have placed the basic process steps on the map, you can then add Post-its that represent the flow of key materials and services into and through your facility. As a side note, most of the organizations I work with and that I have seen do this well create on-the-wall versions. This allows for more people to be engaged and for the large picture to be seen all at one time. Software can be used then to capture what has been put on the wall. Complete the map by adding arrows that show the flow of information in and out of the value stream. This information is used to 1. Make process-based decisions, and 2. Determine the degree that each process step is meeting the established customer requirements. The 5th step of the map creation process involves collecting process data, such as cycle times, inventory levels, and error rates, and adding that information to each process block. In doing so, you'll be completing your data boxes. Additional types of process data, such as material lead times, quick changeover icons, other icons, can then be added. Once you feel that your diagram is complete, you should review it with your process experts, the people that do these jobs each day. Doing so will help ensure that the different flows shown on the map make sense. This review will also help you identify additional information that may be needed. Expect to make changes and additions as your value stream map evolves over time. Eliminate non-value-added tasks. There are 3 ways to help eliminate non-value-added tasks. First, you have to clearly define what non-value-added means. Second, you can use process workflow charts or value stream maps to help identify visually where waste and non-value-added steps may be. Finally, know the cost of your non-value-added steps because that aids in the justification of possible improvements. The key to reaching higher levels of performance both at work and at home is simple. Remove the non-value-added steps from your key processes. The challenge comes in identifying the difference between actions that are truly value-added to the customer and those that are not. We often think that if we regularly perform a task, it must be value-added. However, we often have not honestly assessed the value of a process step or a task from the perspective of that process's customers. The key question to ask that will help you do this is, if we stop doing this step or task, would the customer notice? All too often, we do things to keep other people in our workplace happy, even when they are not the actual customer of the process in question. Other tasks are simply performed by habit or by norm and have never been challenged. Using process workflow charts and value stream maps to improve might seem like common sense. However, consider the fact that many companies have not flowcharted many of their key processes. Even worse, most process leaders struggle to explain the different costs associated with executing the processes they are responsible for each day. Ideally, both value stream maps and process flow diagrams exist. Non-value added steps are marked on these diagrams, indicating where improvement opportunities exist. Have you documented all of the key processes that you are responsible for? Do you know what the costs, such as a cycle cost or waste cost, of your key processes are? Have you taken the time to create a clear visual picture of what an ideal process would look like and what the potential cost and cost savings of moving towards that ideal state might be? If you tend to do the same thing each day, do you think it would be beneficial to take a closer look at the actual value, costs, and possible areas of improvement associated with improving that process? Example value stream mapping icons. This graphic gives you examples of 15 different icons that can be found on most value stream maps. There are other symbols you can use as well, and you're encouraged to be creative in that way. However, we'll begin by creating a map that includes the basic icons. The following two examples will show you how these symbols fit together to form a value stream map. The icons in the top row are used to show basic information about the larger value stream. Examples include where outside sources are used to provide materials, how these materials are transported, where performance boards have been set up, what types of information are provided, and what current inventory levels between process steps exist. Now, even if you're a service process or an administrative process, you can have inventory between process steps. It just often exists in the form of digital information, such as files in a folder or folders that need to be processed. The second row of symbols are used to complete each process box. After placing the basic process box on the chart, you can place a data box under it. The other three symbols can then be placed inside the process box to indicate manning needs, whether or not procedures or standards have been defined for that process, and if quick changeover techniques are associated with executing that process. The icons in the bottom row are used to reflect the types of material and information flows that exist in the value stream. Three types of material flow icons, push, pull, and automated, and two types of information flow icons, material and electronic, are shown. You can also create your own symbols to use on your map. For example, many use a light bulb to show where ideas might be. The key is to create a picture that best represents the work you do each day to provide a service or create a product that meets the needs of your customers.